All right, hey, shalom. First and foremost, we're giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors onto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that constantly feed us with this wisdom and the knowledge and understanding. Also, shalom, salutations, mercy, and blessings to you sincere brothers that's out there that push this word with truth and with faith. All right, I am Tabawa Amath.
Ashia Rakah.
We're of Great Millstone Northwest with a little lesson, and if you want to give the backstory.
Basically, I was listening to the apostles this morning. Their latest street speaking, and they touched on the hatred that Esau has for Jacob, man, and it just it brought forth a lesson, and this lesson is gonna just illustrate the hatred that Esau has had for us from the beginning of our spirits touching this earth, man. And it started well before Esau was known as Esau.
Yep.
Okay, so if you grab Genesis 4 and 1 through 10.
This is Genesis chapter 4, starting at verse 1. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
And those are common characteristics of who the scriptures talk about Jacob and Esau. Okay, Jacob is what? He's a shepherd, man. He stays at home, and in Esau he's a hunter. He likes to be in the field, So it's the same characteristics, which lets you know that it's the same spirit. All right.
Well, telltale signs, man.
Telltale signs.
If you could read between the lines, there's telltale signs.
If you can receive it.
Yep. If you got the eyes to see and the ears to hear.
Come.
It says, and in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
And why did the Lord have respect unto Abel and his offering, man? Because it was already common knowledge that the Lord required a sacrifice of blood and fat. Okay, an apple. If you bring an apple to a grill, ain't no blood or fat gonna come up out of it, man. It's just only juices gonna just spill up out of it. Okay, so Esau. I don't want to say Esau. Cain. Why would you bring fruit to the Most High as a sacrifice, man? That's not a living sacrifice, man.
Right.
An apple, vegetables, they are living, but the Most High requires blood and fat. Okay.
Well, the tree or the vine or whatever that plant is, that's living, because the apple would just be the seed.
Well, apple lives too. It's a plant.
The apple's the fruit of the plant.
Of the plant.
It's the fruit of the plant. So the life isn't in the apple itself; it's in that tree that produced the apple. That's kind of the point. Like if you're offering a sheep, well, the sheep is actually living itself. That's something that can reproduce on its own, or not on its own, but it can also reproduce. It can multiply. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And its life is going to be counted worth something. Now, had Cain cut down the tree, that would have been more acceptable than him just bringing forth the fruit of it. You know what I'm saying? But it still wouldn't have been a worthy. It still don't twist my words. It still wouldn't have been a worthy sacrifice.
Right.
But that would be more on par with like how presenting the actual sheep or a lamb or a bull or whatever it was that was being sacrificed as presenting that. Rather than just the seed of it.
Hey, spot on, brother. Spot on, bro.
Or the fruit of it. All right. It says, reading on. It says, but unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
And it was talking in the field, and Cain rose up and slew his brother. For what reason, man? Only for the reason of him not being accepted and his brother being accepted with this sacrifice, man.
Yep.
The Most High told him, the scriptures before, that, okay, why are you mad? You did something wrong, and I didn't accept it. Oh, get over it.
Right.
Get over it, man, and get it right next time.
Right.
You know? But he couldn't accept that, man. He didn't like that his younger brother outdid him, and what did he go do? He slew his brother, man.
Yep. And that's a common characteristic for Esau, Edom, against Jake, man.
Yeah.
Against the 12 tribes of Israel. That's something common that we can see even in this day and age, is that they hate us with no cause, man.
No cause.
There's no cause for the violence that they constantly pour down on Jake, man. They've had Jake where Jake was literally underneath their thumb and slavery under him. You know what I'm saying?
Still fuck him up.
And they still with no for absolutely no reason had done the most heinous acts, man. Jake was passive. When they came over here on them damn boats, you know, Gad that met him, Reuben that met him. Jake wasn't on no beef stuff, man. Jake was
Indians that met him
being peaceable with these men. And still they hate us with no cause, man. See, Jake nowadays have a reason to distrust and dislike the so-called white man. Right?
But that's not valid to them.
No, that's not valid. But them coming and doing the most is valid in their eyes. They won't speak against that. They'll say, "Oh, that's wrong," but in their heart, they don't really feel what type of way against that because they're damn sure not trying to correct it.
Damn
right?
Sure. Yep.
But now that Jake's like, "Hey, you know what? Nah, man, we don't trust y'all. We don't like y'all." Now they're, "Oh, what's all this hate?
Yeah.
Why are you bringing me with all this hate?"
What do they call it? Reverse
racism.
Reverse racism. How the fuck is it reversed? It had to be in some type of racism for it to even be reversed, for you to say this shit. So, like, come on, man. That don't make no sense, man.
Don't make no sense.
Yeah, and was that
that was 10? Verse 8. That was verse 8.
10.
Okay. It says, and the Lord said unto Cain, "Where is Abel thy brother?" And he said, "I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?" And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Exactly,
man. And you know, and what scriptures come to mind is that the land that is cursed by blood cannot be cleansed except for the blood of him that shed the blood on that land.
Yep.
Okay. So Abel's blood is crying out to this very day. Okay, because the Most High has not judged Cain, Esau yet for that atrocity he did. You know, he was cursed. Actually, no, I'm tripping. He did judge him. He cursed him, but yet still, that land cannot be cleansed until the blood of him that shed it cleanses it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's Esau, man. He said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" What do you mean, are you your brother's keeper? If your parents leave the house, all right, and the oldest, they say, "You're in charge," okay, and then somehow something happens where your little brother drinks some bleach and he ends up going to the hospital or dying or some shit. Who the fuck are they gonna blame for that shit?
Yeah,
man?
Who's in trouble?
Who's in trouble? The eldest is in trouble.
Yep.
Okay, is not Cain the oldest son?
Yep.
He's the oldest, so therefore he's responsible for the youngest. Okay, and in like manner, Esau is the older brother of who? Jacob, man. Okay, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, you are your brother's keeper, man. You are your brother's keeper.
This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Exactly. Your neighbor is your brother, man. Okay? And if you love him as you love yourself, then, hey, man, that's a harmonious balance, man. If you love your brother as yourself and he loves you as himself, then it's gonna be a push pull, yin yang, man. It's gonna be a balance, man. Okay.
That's somebody else. You got somebody watching your back, man. All right, nobody gets left behind if everybody's looking out for each other.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's the point. That's the point for Israel, man. We're supposed to be a nation that has that type of compassion for each other, to where it doesn't matter what the hell the rest of the heathens and what the rest of the world got going on. We would always be taken care of because we would be showing each other love. Man.
Exactly. That's
you
it.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
it, bro. That's it. That's it.
But Israel, that's a hard task for Israel, and that was shown before Israel was even Israel. Here with Cain and Abel, man.
Yep.
Right. That was shown back then that brotherly love. It's lacking, man. It's not found in all.
Yeah.
You know.
It's lacking in that spirit that the Most High created, which was Cain, and then later became Esau, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Genesis 47 and 30. Read through 41.
This is Genesis chapter 47, starting at verse. I got it pulled on here already. Starting at verse 30, it says you said 30 and 31.
30 through 41.
Chapter
47, 30 through 41.
Chapter 47, 30, 31, 48.
What the?
Yeah.
What's this?
Salakia, brothers, bear with us real quick. Genesis chapter 47, verse 30, 31, and then it goes to chapter 48.
I might have read, it might be Deuteronomy. Or hold on, Salat.
We'll find that. Let's go to the next one.
Go ahead and speak.
We're gonna just jump to the next scripture that the brother had prepared for this lesson. This is the book of Zechariah. Bear with us real quick, folks. I have this one pulled up here. This is damn, pages all stuck together. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter This is Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. All right, and it reads. Fucking pages all stuck together. Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. It says, "And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, but they helped forward the affliction." And man, Esau Edom is expressly guilty of that, man. All right, because the Lord said he was a little displeased, but the heathen, you know, being Esau Edom being the main one, he helped forward that affliction, man. He took it above and beyond. And me and the brother was just speaking about this just a little bit ago about how, you know, we was being peaceable with those people, and look at all the harm they've caused us throughout history, man. Throughout fairly recent history, man. You know, within the past 1,000 years or so. Yeah. Look at how harsh they have treated us over here in this land, America.
Today, to this very same day, a Negro, a Latino, a Native American gets shot dead in the street, and it will lay in that street as a spectacle until they bring the coroner to clean the body up, man. And what does the scriptures tell you? That when a man is killed or a person is killed, that body should be buried before the sun goes down, man. And yet they'll have this man sitting there as a spectacle for the whole day. 24 hours. 8, 12, 13 hours sitting there dead just with a blanket over him. Okay? Esau Edom, hey man, they have a hatred towards us that's like deeply rooted and embedded, man. And why, man? Because they are the adversary of the Lord, and we are the chosen of the Lord, man. Yep. And they hate us. They hate us because of that, man.
Yep. They hate us because they was rejected.
That was 27.
And we were chosen. Kind of got it. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 30. "And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat and brought it unto his father and said unto his father.
But you know, just a little backdrop on the story. Esau sold his birthright to his brother Jacob because he came from the field. He said he was famished and he was gonna die, and his brother was cooking some pottage, you know, some lentils and some meat. Okay, and Esau was like, I'm to the point where I'm about to die. Give me some of that of what you're cooking. You know, even though it wasn't done or nothing. Give me what you're cooking. His brother was all right.
This is I'll help you out.
All right, go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 29. And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said unto Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me?
What profit is this birthright gonna do to me? That's why I should have said that he despises birthright, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because why, man? He didn't think he was gonna profit from his own birthright, man. So what did he do? He sold it to Jacob for some raw pottage, man.
Yep. And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
Yeah, you know? Hey, man. Hey, Jacob, everybody, he supplanted him, but yet and still, he wasn't serious when he was like, send me your birthright. He was throwing some shit out there like, man, well, send me your birthright. You that famished and shit. And Esau did it. But that was all the making of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, because it was destined for Jacob to have that birthright, man.
Yep.
All right. And did Esau tell his parents? Nope. He didn't tell them, oh, hey, I sold my birthright because I was starving and he fed me when I was about to die, and I told him I'd give him the birthright to him. He didn't do none of that.
If I may, you could see that also in today's day and time. All right, because Esau Edom, even though he has control of the earth, what's he doing? He's constantly just trying to pollute and destroy it, man. He's not trying to, you know what I'm saying? He's not trying to cut down on, man, you know what? This really is jacking up the ocean. This really is jacking up the life of the animals, the wildlife. You know, this really is jacking up the ecosystem. You know, he doesn't care about none of that. His concern is, this is bringing me money, so I'm gonna pump all the oil out of the earth. This is bringing me money, so I'm gonna, clear out this forest to build a Costco, so on and so forth, man. Because Esau, he really did despise that birthright, man. That birthright will be you get to inherit the earth. Yeah. Esau, they know that they're not about to inherit the earth, and that's why they're constantly just destroying it, even though it's in their hand at this moment.
If I can't have it, then you can't either.
Oh, what you mean? My turn at the sticks is over? All right, I'm gonna break the controller.
Break the controller. Break the game. Bust the TV.
Oh man,
that's the characteristics of the so-called white man, man. That's what he does, man. Okay, and this is biblical, man. This ain't just us coming out of our mouth saying that this is how they get down. You can read it. We're reading it right now in the scriptures, man. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It's back in Genesis the 27th chapter. This is verse 31. And he also had made savory meat and brought it unto his father and said unto his father, Let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that my soul may, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau.
Yeah, so because Jacob already came and got the blessing, you know, because his mother sent him in there to get that blessing, and he did it.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And if you want to, you got to read up if you want to, but we're not gonna go back.
Just read Genesis
27th chapter.
27th chapter. This is verse 33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it me, and I have eaten, and all before
Of all.
And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed.
Yeah, yea, and he shall be blessed. That means I blessed him. Hey, I'm a witness. He's a witness. The Heavenly Father's a witness. So it's done data.
That petition is before the Lord. That's that guy's name, Don Dada.
That is
it was a petition before the Lord, man. You know, Isaac already gave it forth, man. Just like Abraham blessed Isaac, Isaac did the same thing. He already blessed Jacob, man.
Yep.
And ain't no going back to the Heavenly Father. Hey, I asked you to bless this guy like this, but really, let's take that from him and let's give that to this guy. You know, ain't none of that. No.
The only blessings or prayers that can be disannulled is you disannulling your wife's,
right?
Your woman's prayer. You know, you can disannul that, but once you pray to the Heavenly Father, it's a wrap, Jack. It's that.
How you gonna reach up and grab those prayers, man?
They already pierced the clouds.
they gone.
Yeah, they gone.
They gone.
That is if you're a righteous man.
That is if you're a righteous man. That's right.
Yeah.
But you see, Isaac wasn't trying to take it back though. He said, nah, he's blessed and he's gonna be blessed. Look, already ate of the food was good. You know what I'm saying?
My soul
already
blessed that.
Already hugged and kissed and you know what I'm saying? I've already done the works with him. Hey, I was very pleased with him and I gave him the blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
It says where was I? This is verse 34. It says, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry,
like a bitch,
and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father.
Is that not what Esau Edom does to this very day, man?
Yeah.
You know, they'll do some heinous shit, and then when they get caught, they start crying and shit like they didn't do nothing.
Yep.
I mean, get those crocodile tears out of here, man. Nobody falling for that shit, man.
They want all kind of pity.
Yeah.
That's why they got that for them rich kids. What's that term they got for them?
I don't even know what that shit's called.
But you know what I'm talking about? Where they try to get them immunity when they get caught doing some old bullshit.
Because they grew up without their parents guiding them, so they get some type of pass because they didn't know no better.
But Esau constantly rips apart Jake's family to where the kids don't got the parents and they don't get those same type of opportunities.
Yeah, because they don't know no better.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Esau, you got hell to pay, man. You got a very dark and bleak future ahead of you, man.
Yeah.
And that's according to the scriptures, and it's well deserved because you've lived comfortably, you've lived deliciously, and you've done nothing but wickedness unto the nation of Israel, man.
And to the rest of the nations. Not even just us, but you're getting judged primarily because of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, because case in point, look at what they're doing over there in Iran right now, man.
Fucking
they did a preemptive strike, meaning the strike before anything happened unto them. They was the first. They threw the first punch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Did a preemptive strike, took out the boy, and now that Iran's retaliating, they're like, oh now you want war? You want war? Nigga, you hit me first. You know what I'm saying?
Is that not what they've been saying? Like you guys doing that is a state of you guys did that's a war act. It's an act of war.
It's an act of war. It's an act of war, man.
Mm-hmm.
It says this is verse 35. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightfully named Jacob?
Yaquab, supplanter.
Mm-hmm. For he have supplanted me these 2 times. Now that's probably the first time Isaac was hearing about the 2 times.
2 times? What are you talking about 2 times?
Yeah, these 2 times he supplanted you. You know what I'm
saying? Did he come clean in?
Nope.
No.
It says, for he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he have taken away my blessing. Now
the birthright is the blessing.
Bingo. Bingo. My thought exactly. How you gonna say he took away the birthright and the blessing when that blessing was supposed to go to the one that held that birthright? You know?
Exactly.
The Heavenly Father had this all orchestrated already, man.
Mm-hmm.
He had it where Jacob was able to verbally get Esau to say, yeah, you can have the birthright.
And then he had Rebecca.
Yep, he had it to where it laid out.
Yeah.
To where he would actually receive that blessing. All right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It says, It says, and he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Second time.
Crying like a little old girl, man.
Yeah.
Crying like a little old girl, man. Knowing damn well he didn't deserve the blessing. See, Esau was trying to be on some sneaky shit, man.
Yeah.
Esau was trying to be on some sneaky shit because he knew that he sold that to Jake.
And he would have succeeded if it had not been for Rebecca. The father telling him to go so he can bless him.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh no, the angels told me that the elders should serve the younger, so hell no. The elder ain't getting a blessing.
Right.
Hey, son, go put this garment.
Yeah.
Put this little hair on your knuckles.
Yeah.
Go in there. No, Mom, I ain't gonna do that.
You know your daddy can't see for nothing.
Yeah, he's like, no, Mom, I ain't gonna do that. Hey, if anything falls, it's gonna fall on me.
Hey, she thought of some smooth stuff because Jacob was like, man, I can't fool Pops, man. If he touched me, he gonna tell that I ain't got no hair on my arm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Esau, you know, she came up with a whole little, but yeah, like the brother said, she was like, hey, well, the sin's gonna fall upon me. Right?
And
about the lie, because he was concerned with lying to his father, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she was like, well, let this sin, talking about him lying and saying that he was Esau, you know, to get that blessing. And she was like, let it fall upon me. But realistically, this was the way it was supposed to play out, man.
Is this not rightfully called
Jacob?
Jacob?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But
that was the truest shit that Esau said. Is he not rightfully called Yaquah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Esau still. But do you only have one blessing? Don't you got something for me?
Me, even me also.
Oh, punk, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you got your pottage. You got your reward. Right?
Everything you wanted.
It says
39.
Yep. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
And that's exactly what happened, man. It happened in the 1400s, man. That's when he broke the yoke up off of his neck, man, and actually started to have dominance over us and over the whole world, man. Okay?
You can't tell me that ain't fair, because the Most High still gave you guys the opportunity to have a shot at the rulership. You know what I'm saying? He still let you, test out the throne, man.
Yep.
He still let you sit on the throne, man.
And what did you do with it? You corrupted it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't rule righteously, man.
Right.
You ruled in wickedness, man. You turned everything upside down.
Yep. And you notice that scripture says, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break the because right now Esau has the dominion, and we don't got no yoke on his neck. He got a yoke on ours, man.
Yep.
But soon enough, man, that all is gonna get reversed. All right. And it's gonna be where Esau is serving us as the blessings and everything go. Right? According to all the blessings that Jacob is to receive. Man.
Yep. Deuteronomy 28 and 1 through 7, I believe it is. You can read all those, and those are the blessings that the Heavenly Father. One more verse. 41.
Oh, you went to 41.
Yeah.
All right, so it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. Now, how does that make sense? How you gonna be mad at Jacob when you still received the blessing? Yeah. You still received the blessing. The blessing was that you was gonna have the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven, all right? But that ultimately you would have to serve your brother. But it also told you that you would have the dominion, man. That you
break his
that you wouldn't be under him when you have the dominion, right? So, but you gonna receive that news and still be upset, man?
Still, that's a bitch, man. That's a female trait, man. Bitches are envious and jealous like that, man.
It says, It says, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Yes, man, and that's what he lives by to this very day, man. To this very day, that this day and age that we're in right now, Esau has that in his heart, and he's playing that out, man. Okay, that's why. Hey, everything is the way it is because of this fact, man. You know, that's why niggas get killed. That's why Latinos get killed. That's why Native Americans get killed. Okay, and it's something that's not even really spoken of in the news like that. Because why, man? Because they don't want the average peon to know the heinous crimes that they're committing, man. All right.
This is Psalm chapter 137 verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it,
destroy it, burn it down. Go ahead.
Even to the foundation thereof.
Mm-hmm.
O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Mm-hmm.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
And that's recompense, man. That's what the Lord is telling us, that, man. Hey, happy shall we be that do you how you did us, man.
Yep.
Okay. You've done us wrong, man. You did all this you did all these atrocities and things to us, man, for no damn reason, man. Other than you being mad because you sold your birthright and we got the blessing that we deserve, and now what? You want to take that blessing from us by trying to slaughter the whole nation of Israel?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to succeed in that, buddy. But you are trying, though. You sure are trying.
Man, they don't understand it when we talk about this, man. They don't understand when we talk about paying back Esau, Edom, man. All right, if you look at those photos, those old postcards where they got Jake hanging off a tree and they're just having a good old time in the park. You know what I'm saying?
With their kids.
Right, and they're all just having a good old time. Nobody, have any ill will or no twist of the stomach about the fact that there's a Jake hanging off the damn tree right there, twisted up, all kind of
rod chopped off.
Yeah, all kinds of jacked
burnt
up.
The fuck up. And he's still swinging up there on this damn rope.
And they don't feel no type of way about that. So you guys really ain't gonna understand it when we got those big giant Cheshire cat smiles on our face in the kingdom when we're doing these acts back to you, man.
Yeah.
All right, when we're paying you back, that scripture says, it says, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us, man. All right, and the scriptures also tell us that we're supposed to give back onto you double, man.
Double.
So we're gonna be doing just like I said, dashing little ones against the stones. We're gonna be jacking you guys up, and it's gonna bring us nothing but pure joy, man.
What did they do to our little ones? Use them as alligator bait.
Right. How much hatred do you gotta have for people to do something like that, man?
Babies will literally sit out there overnight, crying and screaming out there in the cold, in the water, until an alligator came and ate that motherfucker, and then they catch the alligator and kill it.
To make some boots or a belt.
Or eat the motherfucker.
Or to eat the alligator. Hey, man, Esau, you guys got hell to pay.
Yes, they do.
For touching the apple of the Heavenly Father's eye the way you did, man. You guys got hell to pay because you've hated us with absolutely no cause, man.
No cause.
With absolutely no cause. Okay? That's all you wanted on that one.
Yes, Obadiah 10 through 14.
This is Obadiah, the book of Obadiah, starting at verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Yeah, man. For that violence you had against your brother Jacob, yes, you were his keeper, shame shall cover thee, man. Because it's a shame for you to allow your little brother to get fucked up by anybody, and on top of that, to be fucked up by you.
By you yourself.
Yourself, man.
Yeah. And they got this documentary on Netflix. It's like a little series about these little kids that show signs of having some type of fucking disorder like being psychopathic, you know, or sociopathic, where they don't show signs of empathy as little ones. So these be little kids, you know, maybe 6, maybe 7 or whatnot, but they're already showing signs that, you know what I'm saying, that's throwing red flags. Like, this person, if you allow this little motherfucker to grow up, it's gonna be a problem in society. You know what I'm talking about? And there's a documentary, and they follow, you know, a number of kids that show, you know, UK, United States, different little areas or whatnot. But I remember there's this one little boy on there, and I forget what the name of that documentary is called on Netflix. Brothers may be aware of it. But I forget, there's this one little boy who got like 2 or 3 little siblings. And the mom has to constantly watch that kid because he's the oldest one. She got to constantly watch him because they have caught him doing crazy shit to those kids already, dangerous ass shit to those kids already. So she got to constantly be on them. Hey, get out of their room. You know you ain't allowed in here in that room with them. You know what I'm saying? Separating them and whatnot because that little kid is destructive, man. And when I seen that kid, I was like, that's fucking Esau, man. It was a little Edomite kid. I was like, that's fucking Esau, man. Estranged from the womb. All right? That's how you guys are, man. All right? Want to come and do violence against your siblings for no reason. Just because it's within your power.
Reason, man.
Just because it's within your power to do it.
In your spirit. Just to fuck everything up.
It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them.
Exactly, man. You was happy when calamity, death, and destruction was befalling Israel, man. You walked in there with the enemy to take of the spoils and things, man.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Hey, he keeps a fake key under the rock.
I know exactly where he got it at.
I know where he at.
Found the wall as good as that.
Yeah, I know. So I'll show you. I'll draw you a map. You know what I'm saying?
Draw you a map.
It says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
And why is it saying these things? Because that's your brother, man. You shouldn't be happy on your brother's fall, man. It does not say that a friend will sorrow with you.
Yep.
Okay? A real friend will sorrow with you. And friend is synonymous with brother, man.
Yep.
Okay? Because, hey, if I see this man and he's falling, I'm here. I'm trying to catch him. Like, come on, bro. Come, hey, no, I got you, huh, man. If I gotta put, hey, man, get on my shoulders, bro. I got you.
Right.
You know. But what did Esau do? Hell yeah. Get him. Matter of fact, burn it. You know. That's what Edom was doing, man. Laughing. Yeah.
Right.
Finally, get those niggas.
See. Then you ain't gonna have no pity, man. Ain't no pity gonna be shown to you when you're in distress. Because these nations, they want your number, man.
Yeah.
They looking for you. They gonna find you. So let me tell that, homeboy. Yeah. Hey, these nations is fed up with you, man. These nations is fed up with Esau, Edom. All right, and it's gonna be shown in this earth soon enough.